guys, it's Erin. It is Sunday night and I realized that as I was doing my planner, I don't have a video for Tuesday. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to sit down and just do like a life update for you guys. I apologize. I look haggard. It is, like I said, it's Sunday. The boys are sick. I'm running on about 3 hours of sleep right now, but I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be even worse because I think they're going to just be attached to me all day. So, you know what? Let's just sit and do this. And I apologize for the horrible lighting because it's like 7:30 at night, so I don't have any natural lighting. So, anyways, let's get into it. I know a couple videos back I talked about having the winter blues and how I kind of just rearranged things to kind of make my life better. I kind of wanted to go in a little more detail and kind of go back because there's been things I want to update you on, and I just have had I keep writing down like, I gotta do an update on this, I gotta do an update on this, and it's been a while. So, for those of you who didn't know, I believe it's the end of May, the beginning of June, I became a coach with Beachbody. My friend started doing it, and she asked me if I wanted to become a coach. And if you don't know what Beachbody is, they sell Shakeology, they do 21-day fix, they have P90X, they sell those kind of things. And, you know, it's kind of like helping you like lose weight and stuff. So I was, you know, starting to lose weight and trying to do it healthy. And so I was like, you know what, it wouldn't be bad to, you know, at least get the discount on the products I was buying. So that's kind of why I started. But as I got more into it and learned more about coaching, I kind of wanted to give it a try. I figured, you know what, it was nothing gained. I was able to do it from my home. I didn't have to leave my boys. I made it around my schedule. And it really didn't cost me anything. I was getting a discount on the product I was already buying. So that's how I kind of looked at it. So I went into it just thinking I would use it for the discount. And then it was like, you know, I did all the training, and, you know, the people above me were like, oh, well, you know, you should get on this training. I think it'll be great, da, da, da. So the first few months it was, you know, learning about all the products, learning about the business, you know, what it means to be a coach and all that. So it was more like absorbing all the information and learning how to incorporate this stuff into my day and how to, you know, make coaching part of my day. So, you know, the first few minutes, like I said, it was just learning, and then I was trying to implement it, and I was having a hard time. I would get into a groove, and then I'm like, this isn't working for me. So because there are so many people who are coaches and who are successful, and I do know some, I kind of reached out to other people, and I'm like, well, maybe I'm just not doing it right, or maybe you've done something differently that maybe will work for me. So I did pick some people's brains, and I took some tidbits back, and I tried to implement it, and it just, I wasn't getting it. It wasn't that I wasn't getting it, I wasn't enjoying it. I felt like I was being forced to do this, even though it was, you know, I was not being forced. So I kind of was trying a few things for a few months, and then the holidays hit, and I was like, you know what, it was stressing me out too bad to try to do this. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to just take a break, enjoy the holidays. We'll regroup after the new year. I'll think about it and decide if I want to continue coaching or not. So the holidays came, whatever, it was fine. New Year came, and obviously I got the winter blues, which thankfully weren't that bad, but it wasn't very long. The 2 weeks I had it was very intense, so it kind of made me just deal with so much at once. I was like a hot mess. And the first week I didn't realize it was winter blues, so I couldn't really be like, oh, this is gonna pass. It's just because I'm stuck inside. I really thought there was something wrong, like something that was making me unhappy. And I've been doing like the minimalist kind of lifestyle for actually since the summer. So I've been, you know, like decluttering, and everything you read about it, it's, you know, you only want to do what makes you happy and brings you joy. So I was like, you know what, it's got to be something with my day. Why else would I be so depressed during the day? So one night I think I wasn't sleeping, so I sat down and I wrote down everything I did in the day, and I mean, I was brutal, like, you know, driving Jeffrey to school, you know, maybe I should put him on the bus. Like, I literally did everything, like cooking, cleaning, you know. I went down the whole list. I made this whole list, and Beachbody was on it, but I had it at the end because I did all of my, like, I don't want to say mandatory things, but you know what I mean, like you know, taking care of the kids, doing the laundry, like that stuff was all first. And then it was like, okay, there was blogging, there was vlogging, there was reading, there was Beachbody, there was scrapbooking. So all of that stuff was at the end. And so I went through and I actually, it really made me just, you know, sit back and really think about everything. Because when you are supposed to be finding out if they bring you joy, you're supposed to sit there and look, you know, if it's an article of clothing, you're supposed to look at it and go, does this make me happy? And so that's what I was doing with this list. Everything, I was like, does it make me happy that I am driving my child to school? Is it making me happy that I'm cooking dinner? Which that I learned that like dinners, I needed to cut myself some slack. I needed to not feel like, because my husband travels all week long, that when he comes home on the weekends, I have to make him, you know, these elaborate meals. He is happy with grilled cheese and ramen, for crying out loud, because if I really had thought about it, during the week, he's eating fantastic because he's eating at a restaurant that the company is paying for. So he's eating steak once or twice a week. He's, you know, he's happy. I mean, when I realized that I needed to cut myself some slack and maybe make some easier meals and not feel like I need to, you know, try something new every weekend and make myself be in the kitchen for hours trying to make this meal, maybe I should just go back to the basics and kind of just make simple meals. And when that week I discovered this, I said to him that weekend, you know, while he, you know, that day he was coming home, I'm like, I'm going to do really simple meals this weekend. And he goes, okay, what you thinking about? And I'm like, well, tonight we're ordering pizza. And tomorrow I am going to do skillet, like the frozen skillet bags. And then I believe Sunday we did like grilled cheese. And he was ecstatic. Every meal he's like, this was so good. This was like a great weekend because I wasn't stressed out in the kitchen. I was enjoying myself. And so that's what I've been kind of doing. You know, I mean, if we know, you know, we're going to be home and maybe we're going to go out and do something in the morning with the kids, okay, I can spend a little more time in the kitchen in the afternoon because I know, all right, we've spent that family time. It's not like, you know, my husband was busy during the day and we didn't get to see him. So it was really eye-opening in that way. I went through a lot of it. I realized that, you know, excuse me, that I was neglecting my blog and it was making me upset that I was neglecting it. It wasn't that I was upset about the blog. I was upset that I was neglecting it. So I needed to make that a higher priority on my list. I needed to cut myself some slack when it came to the kids because I feel like I need to be that Pinterest mom that's like making all these fun new things all the time. And I always have Pinterest fails. Even though yesterday I did make a Play-Doh and it was freaking fantastic. It was not the fail. And this is like the 5th time I've made Play-Doh and this was the only not fail. So, you know, I have to just cut myself some slack and be like, I don't have to be that Pinterest mom. They don't care. I can buy store-bought Play-Doh and they think it's the best thing. It doesn't matter if I make it or not, as long as I am playing with them. That's what's important. So, other things I realized is that I need to make my blog more of a priority. I wanted to learn more about my camera for vlogging and more like editing and stuff, which I am trying, because I love making these videos. I love the interaction I get from you guys. And so, you know, I went through this list and then I got to the bottom and there was Beachbody. And to be honest, just looking at the name made me angry because I wasn't enjoying it. And when I really thought about it, I went, it's not for me. And I sat on that. Once I realized that, I sat on it for a week and really, really thought about it and was like, is this what I want to do? Do I really want to stop? Because part of me felt like I was failing, but at the same time, it's not like it was a career. I was trying it. You know, it was not like, I have to do this or it's the end all. Like, I thought maybe it would be for me because I was not leaving my kids. I was home with them while I was doing this. It wasn't taking up hours of my day where I couldn't do the other things I liked. It just was not for me. So, like I said, I did sit on it for a week and then I decided to just leave Beachbody. And let me tell you, submitting that paperwork to say that I wanted to be done was such a weight off my shoulders. It was incredible. So I definitely know that I made the right decision by doing that. But yeah, so it was just hard. And then, like I said, thankfully I was I mean, I was able to deal with a lot while I had the blues, which is weird because I normally, you know, am like a hot mess and don't deal with anything. But I really forced myself to figure out what was wrong and to make myself feel better, which, to be honest, was really big for me, because usually I just curl up into a ball and I'm a hot mess. So I was glad I dealt with all of it. I realized what was important and what I liked. You know, I simplified my day a while back. I want to say it was right before Jeffrey started school or right after he started. I started making, like, if my to-do list was to be short every day and not, you know, this long list that I had to get to, and if I didn't finish it today, I was, you know, a failure. You know, I was only doing a few things a day, and once I changed it to a few things a day, I was doing really great. And then I realized, like, I don't want to use the word bored, but I felt like, okay, if it was a 5-minute task, like, there's no reason I can't do like 4 or 5 of those a day. Or, you know, if it's something that kind of overlaps into something else, like, I'm not going to make it into 2 different things. So I kind of gave myself some more leeway on that. And I do have, like, I have a to-do list, and when it's done, I cross it off. There's actually, I was told last week about this app. It's called, I believe it's just called Keep, K-E-E-P. And you can actually make lists on there, and it's awesome. I have my to-do list, and once I'm done, I cross it. You know, you can do a little check mark, and it goes off, but it actually saves at the bottom, which is cool. You know, I make my vlog and blog lists of, like, if I have an idea, I jot it down so that I don't forget, because, like, I realized when I was doing this list, I haven't put a new recipe up on my blog in months. And that was, like, part of my thing. Like, I loved doing the recipes. So, you know, I just realized that I have to make it more of a priority. So kind of how I've been doing that is, you know, if, say, this week I work on my vlog, and say I have one of these days where I take the kids all of their nap time, and I, you know, record, you know, 5 or 6 videos, you know, and then throughout the week I would, you know, because I would do it all in one day, throughout the week I'd edit them and get them ready and, you know, figure that out, you know, do all that stuff. That means the following week, because I'm now ahead, I would take that week and I would work on some vlogs. I'd be like, okay, you know, I want to, you know, do 3 or 4 this week and just get them ready so that I'm ahead of the schedule. I've realized that doing that the last couple weeks has helped tremendously. I don't feel so overwhelmed. I don't feel like I have to do YouTube or the blog every day. Like, I can just relax and kind of just enjoy my day. And it's honestly, having that routine has really helped a lot. So yeah, so that was an update. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Sorry, this is kind of like off the cuff, so I'm sorry if it's like all rambly, and it's already longer than I thought it was going to be, so, you know, whatever. Yes, so my husband is still traveling. I know I've mentioned that in a few videos. He is traveling for work. He is gone. He actually leaves like late Sunday night, early Monday morning, and he doesn't come back till Friday afternoon. And it's been tough. It's been every week since the week before Thanksgiving. It's getting a little old. Hopefully there is a person who will be replacing him at this post soon, I hope, or at least being hired so he can train them, and then he'll be back home, which is great. It's just been tough. It's been tough on all of us. For a while, it was just Ed and I that were being bothered with it. You know, the kids were like kind of upset about it, but it wasn't bad. But the last couple weeks, they've really, really missed him and asked for him more. And when he is home, he needs to be theirs. I mean, we played so hard yesterday. I said to Ed at the end of the day, we were actually having friends over, and I'm like, when we got them to bed, I looked at him and go, I am so tired. He's like, I am so sore. He goes, they beat me up. I mean, they were wrestling all day. So they definitely missed him, and, you know, were climbing on him all the time. It was, you know, you can tell that they're really missing him, and they're taking it out on me, which is kind of sad. I mean, I understand, like, you know, you're going to disobey mommy because you're upset that daddy's gone, and you don't, you know, I mean, they're little. They don't know that, you know, I just need to say I miss daddy. you know, because then it could be, well, why don't we Skype him right now? Or why don't we give him a call? Or, you know, just make sure you talk to him later. You know, they don't get that, so you can't, there's only so much I can explain to an almost 3-year-old and almost 4-year-old. I mean, seriously. So it's been tough, but I know it's gonna get better. I can kind of see the light. I didn't see it for a while. So yeah, so I think that's all the updates I wanted to give you guys tonight. This video went way long. I thought it was gonna be like a 5-minute video, and my timer's already telling me it's 15 minutes. Like, what on earth happened? But you know me, sometimes I just keep rambling. So I hope you guys all have a great day, and fingers crossed that tomorrow goes great for me and not sick boys, but they are quiet now, so I hope that they passed out. So I hope you all have a great night, and I will see you next time.